What's up, y'all? It's your boy Aries. Coming to you today with a somewhat a bit more positive video today. I mean, usually my videos are pretty positive. I try to keep it that way. But it's just a video talking about how I deal with my depression. Because unfortunately, I do have it pretty bad. I've had it since I was a little kid growing up. And if I didn't have the parents that I had, I have, then I probably don't know where I'd be. There are some situations where it got pretty dark, and unfortunately the pandemic did not help at all. But yeah, it's like a step by step letting you know how I handle it. And I'm trying to use my channel for a little bit more of a positive vibe, positive influence on people, and just letting people in my head, I know there's people like me. I know there's people that suffer from it like me. I know there are other people that don't have people to talk to. So, I don't know. I'm trying to put my situation with those people. All right. So, like I said, I suffer from depression since I was a little kid. I think I may have ADHD as well. I don't know. I haven't went to the doctor in years. I haven't been sick in years, so I've never really had someone diagnose me with ADHD or depression. So it's kind of a touchy subject for me to talk on, but it is what it is. I haven't uploaded in a while, so I kind of want to get something out there. Let me just start with when I was a little kid, man. I used to get bullied religiously when I was a kid, and unfortunately, that was kind of the start of my depression. Because as a kid, I just craved so much attention. I craved to be liked a lot, and I saw the best in people when those people were clearly just no good and clearly were just literally physically hitting me, physically abusing me mentally as well. I have family members that mentally abuse me that I don't live with. I have people that are my friends, but I'm told by other friends of what they say behind my back. It's just, and it's just one of those things where I kind of just it it brings me down, man. It brings me down to think that happens, and I try to be the best person that I can, and you try to be the best person that you can, and just do the right thing. And a lot of times I don't realize when I'm, you know, certain things are not right. But then again, like I said, I've had parents that literally walked me through that day to day. Now, my real father, unfortunately, I have no idea where he is. He took off when I was born. But my stepdad, who's really the only dad I ever known, he's been there since day one. Love that guy to death. He is he has just been a strong influence on me as a male figure of how to be a good person. And whenever I'm just dealing with stuff, I'm dealing with my depression. Like I just always just look to him. I always just look at him and see how he's handling it because 6 years ago, he could see. He was fine. He could see. He had a job. He took care of us. But over time, he lost his sight. And now to this day, about 6, 7 years later, he is completely blind. And of course, at the start of it, it was kind of rocky for him because it's as the man of the house and as the supposedly the breadwinner, as old school as he is. He's supposed to be that male figure. He's supposed to be that person that takes care of his family. And my mom, best mom in the world, um, as the biggest hippie of all time. I love you, Mom. She helped him through it every step of the way. She's still with him. And just to know that he goes through that, because to this day, I still think it's not fair that he's blind. Like we used to play games all the time. We used to throw the football, you know, classic movie type stuff that fathers and sons used to do. Man, he was one who was teaching me how to make music on the computer. He was one that really taught me football. Um, it, it's just all the stuff that I used to do with my dad. I miss it, man. But today, if you saw him, man, he's not bitter about it. I mean, of course he misses his sight, but he's not bitter. He's not. He never takes it out on us. He never does that. And then I always look to that. Like he's just amazing as a man, as a person, and I love him to death. And that brings me back to my depression, man. There's this pandemic. I have lost my house. I've lost my car. The truck that I'm in right now is my girl's truck, and it's on its last limb. Uh, I have kids that I gotta take care of. I got two of my own and one of hers. We so technically three in total, man. It's like all that, as well as me losing my job and my hours on my other job being cut. And on top of that, I had a crappy landlord. All of that happened in the span of literally like a month and a half, and now I'm back at my mom's house. It's great because it's allowing me to get my money back. But the fact that I couldn't stop what happened. I couldn't. The fact that I couldn't stop what happened, and the fact that I feel like in my head, I feel like I've taken a step back, and I feel like I failed in a way. All of that while my depression prior to this whole incident is just bad. It's just it's just one of those things where I deal with it day by day. Like I said, all this stuff that I've went through and all my depression that I've had, my mom talks me through it. She said what I'm sorry guys, it's a little bit of a touchy subject for me. I'm talking into the camera, I'm talking to you guys because I really don't know how to say it to people. That's also a big part of my depression. Is I don't talk as much. I don't talk to people as much as I should. But I'm still here. My kids are fine. They got a roof. I still got a truck. The day is beautiful. I'm not sick. None of my family is sick. None of our family has been sick. And I got two jobs again. And I'm healthy. I'm smiling. My kids are happy. Uh, I'm not totally broke. And every day I'm meditating. I'm just constantly thinking of the good stuff that I have going. The stuff that I have that not a lot of people have in my position. There are people that are sitting. There are people that are on the streets right now. There are people that are the job that I have. There are people calling every day to be in my position. There are people that are still waiting on their couch right now, waiting for their call for that job, and I have a job. There are people that are blind, like my dad, I can see. There are people that don't have legs. I can walk, I can run, I can drive, I can pick my kids up, I can go to the store if I want. I can take a walk, I can run. There is so much good that I have going for myself as a person, and so much good that is going to happen that's really what keeps me going. I'm a happy person by nature, but I still do suffer from depression. Unfortunately, that is something that has happened to me since I was a kid. That's something that's grown up with me, and I've just gotten better at dealing with it. It's just to sum it up all up. What I really do, man, it's just I think about all the good that I got going for me. I got a shit ton of stuff that is going wrong right now, but I'm still here. I'm still alive, man. Like, I'm not on the road right now. I'm not doing this right now. I mean, technically, I am homeless, but I'm not. I still have a roof over my head. I still got a job. I keep repeating this, but that's literally what I do to keep myself going. That's literally what I do to keep myself afloat. That's literally what I do to keep my family afloat. Yeah, dang fly. I don't know. Like I said, I just wanted to make this video quick. I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of more insight on my life as a kid growing up, and letting you know how I deal with stuff. Please, if you have questions about depression, anxiety, about how to deal with it, because you feel like you have no one to turn to, because I felt that I still do at times, unfortunately. I think that is one thing that I don't think will go away, is that I still do have, I don't know, since I've grown up with depression for so long. I think that, and that little part of depression will still be a part of me for the rest of my life. But how I deal with it and how I process it, it will definitely get better as I go. Because unfortunately, not everything happens the way you plan it. Not everything happens the way you want. You can still speak it into existence. You can still manifest it. You can still put positive energy towards it, and you can still, as your own person, you can still pick yourself back up. It's just all a matter of how. Once again, I appreciate you guys listening to me. I appreciate you guys just clicking the video. I know you're probably curious. I know there's probably some of you that just looking at it just to look at the video. I know there's probably some of you that legitimately have depression, or legitimately are going through a tough time right now. But I just want to say thank you. I love you. I love myself. I love my family. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.